World War I, often called the Great War, was supposed to be the war to end all wars. But let me tell you, there's so much more to it than that. Before the chaos erupted, Europe was like a ticking time bomb. The big empires, Austria-Hungary, Russia, Germany, and the Ottomans, were strutting around, showing off their power. But underneath all that pride, fear was brewing. Everything changed on June 28, 1914, when a young Serbian nationalist pulled the trigger in Sarajevo. Just one shot and boom, the world ignited. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand wasn't the cause of the war, it was just the spark. The machinery of war, already in place, started grinding into action. Nations began declaring war like it was fate. Germany charged through Belgium, Britain jumped in to defend, and soon Russia and France were in the mix too. What was supposed to be a quick fight turned into years of bloodshed. On the Western Front, soldiers turned into ghosts in the muddy trenches, rain mixed with blood, and gas crept across no man's land like a silent killer. The earth mourned as it swallowed hopes and bodies alike. They fought not for glory, but because they were told to, fathers, brothers, sons, none of them were spared. Each night the silence was shattered by shells, and by morning, new names would vanish from the lists. The war didn't just stay in Europe, it spread everywhere. Troops from Africa, India, Canada, and Australia got pulled into the chaos. Colonies became battlegrounds and oceans turned red. This war was all-consuming, bringing in deadly inventions like machine guns, tanks, and mustard gas that melted lungs. But it wasn't just about fighting. Women took over factories, keeping everything running, while kids grew up too fast and old men watched their worlds crumble. Innocents drowned in mud and fire. Finally, in 1918, the guns fell silent. But it wasn't peace, it was pure exhaustion. 20 million dead and entire generations wiped out. They called it the war to end all wars, but they were so wrong. The Treaty of Versailles promised justice, but instead fueled resentment. Empires fell, but hatred lingered, and from the ashes of supposed peace, something darker emerged. The war hadn't truly ended. It had just set the stage for the next chapter, one that would be even louder and deadlier. So remember this story not just as history, but as a warning. When pride blinds leaders and people forget, war comes back, and it never knocks. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, and subscribe for more.